I guess we'll find out. Hey, Fern, how's it going? Alright, I'm just gonna leave the name default. Or should I? Well, it's the protagonist. I guess I should put myself. Nope, I keep pushing the wrong button. Alright, so M-A-E-K-A. Look, my name fits! Not too bad, just relaxing for the evening. That's good. I'm just checking out this visual novel. I know I can spell my name. It's exciting. It's like Genso Manège? Manège? I think. The prologue. Please be in English. English voiceovers. Or not at all. The sky was gray. Snow fell from the clouds like porcelain crystals from a dull curtain. Frost covered the park, coating its already still attractions in frozen, silvery sheets. Yeah, because this game, it said that this game had voiceovers, so I'm really hoping that the characters are, they speak in English, but we'll find out. Where there were once smiles and cheer, silence now reigned. Save for a few souls, that is. It's not in English! Why are you doing this? This is robbery. You have no right. I think you'll find that we do. Ignore them. Proceed. Yes, sir. Stop. This is all we have. You'll find no sympathy from me, son. Manège is pronounced manège. It means carousel or riding school in French. Oh, okay. Hey, Pancake. The man drew a gun. Enough of this. He pulled the trigger. Well, damn. There was a flash, then smoke coiled out from a barrel. A bullet sped toward the falling young man, only to collide with something else entirely. That something let out a shrill whine as the bullet bore into it. There was another, brighter flash of light, one of blinding intensity. For a split second, everything was white. That's pretty bright. And then darkness. Can you hear me? Answer me, please. Someone was shouting. Please, just say something. I can't lose you too. You have to open your eyes. Dun dun dun. I jolted awake. Found myself in my room, rays of the morning sun poking through the curtains. The aroma of freshly bloomed violets drifted through the slightly ajar window. Something ran down my cheek. I reached up to touch it and felt something wet. Tears. I'm crying, but why? That was an intense dream, then. The dull winter sky flashed across my mind. The image was faint, close to vanishing like smoke in the wind. Still, I knew it was a place I'd dream of. Can't remember much, but it couldn't have been a very good dream. Why else would I be crying? Hey, you up? A knock came at my door, pulling me out of my trance. I glanced at the clock on my bedside table. It was well past time to get out of bed. Yes, sorry, Arnold. I'll get changed and have breakfast ready soon. Haha, relax, it's already done. Take your time. Oh. Whatever I might have said, embarrassment stole the words from my mouth. I can't believe I slept through one of my only jobs. I'm really, really sorry. Finally managing to squeeze out an apology, I hurriedly dressed myself. Once I came downstairs, I found food for 3 waiting at the table. The comforting scent of freshly baked baguettes enticed a growl from my stomach.
Ohayo.
Good morning. Good morning, Madame Alice. Wow. I can't. Elise. I don't know where I got Elise from. I'm sorry I slept in so late this morning. Do I have you to thank for breakfast? Don't be ridiculous. Arnaud put down his food, stood up, and pulled out my chair for me. Thank you. Don't mention it. I should have waited for you. Well, that's okay. So the main character isn't voiced. I took a seat. Along with the baguettes, several colorful fruits adorned the table. I told him I'd prepare breakfast, but the boy just wouldn't budge. I'm hardly clumsy enough to burn a simple baguette. And yet you always manage to surprise me. Now that's not true, isn't it? I glanced around the room as if searching for an answer. I'd seen Madame Alice attempts at cooking before. Well, calling it cooking would be generous. I can't exactly blame Arnaud for stopping her, but at least she's trying. You're putting her on the spot, Mom. I am not. You make me sound like such a villain. Haha. This is very much a common spectacle with these two. The Vincents and their little antics were a part of everyday life for me. It's been 7 whole years since I moved in with them. Until I was 10, I lived in Paris with my family, but after nearly drowning in the Seine River, I lost most of my memories. My father lost his life during the incident. Since my mother had already passed due to illness, I became an orphan. That was when the Vincents took me in. Oh, that's depressing. We, including Arnaud's father, Daniel, had stayed in Paris for some time. 6 years ago, though, Arnaud, his mother, and I moved here to Blankboard. The shock had put me in a precarious mental state, so the change to a smaller, quieter town was likely for my sake. They never said much, but I knew. Monsieur Daniel. Daniel? Oh god. Every time there's a French word in front, I always emphasize the second word, and I don't know why. Monsieur Daniel stayed behind on account of his work. I hope he's well. I haven't seen him in a long time. I just can't talk. It's fine. Hey, try this jam. A coworker gave it to me, and it's some great stuff. I was really hoping that this would have been voiced in English, so I don't have to read as much. Oh, okay. I'll try some on my baguette. I spread the strawberry jam on the bread and took a bite. A perfect balance of sweet and sour filled my mouth. You're right. This is delicious. Arnaud gave me a wide smile. Want to wash it down with some coffee? Allow me. I'll get it. You keep eating. He stood up and walked over to the kitchen. 7 whole years and Arnaud's still as kind as ever. Ever since I'd lost my family, he's been a constant in my life, a friend, and a pillar of support. I like how the chat box fades in and out, the star and stuff. I think it looks pretty nice. After cleaning up breakfast, I followed Arnaud out to see him off to work. It was a beautiful day with clear skies and just the right amount of sun. Vibrant flowers that decorated the road swayed in the breeze. Something happened this morning? What? Why do you ask? You never sleep in. Thought you might be sick or something. Arnaud suddenly stopped and peered at me. No, it's not that. I just had a strange dream is all. I don't remember much, but I know it was sad. Restless night then, huh? You read a scary story before bed? It was about a witch, and it wasn't scary. The witch saved a girl from being bullied and turned her into a princess. Oh god. You realize you're in the minority thinking witches aren't scary, right? Witches aren't scary? Well, this one wasn't, and I'm not either. Okay. He prodded my head with his finger. People fear things they don't understand. Whether you're a nice witch or a scary one, you can't let others know. I know. So, she's a witch? I guess she's a witch. Not like anyone would believe me. How would I convince them? Cast a spell? It wasn't just my memories I'd lost 7 years ago. I lost my magic, too. All the practice I'd done with my mother as a child, gone to waste. I wonder where that star necklace went. Oh, that's cool. So the main character is a witch. My mother and I had matching necklaces. Not only had it helped to control and regulate my magic, but it also reminded me of who I was, where I came from. But it vanished during the accident 7 years ago. Oh, that sucks. Witches were all but extinct thanks to cultural persecution and hunts 4 centuries ago. Mother was the only one I knew other than myself. Despite that, our dark history still lingered. Most people weren't fond of beings like me. My parents had made sure to impress something on me, though. Magic was a force for good. My mother, at least, had been a kind and caring witch, so I chose to believe in her. I believed in him as well. Who was that boy anyway? I can hardly remember. All I could recall was that he'd been very important to me. Although I wasn't even sure of that either. Anyway, I should get going. I'll be back a bit late today. Investigating somewhere far off again. Arnaud was a reporter for a local newspaper. He had to travel often for work. Far enough that I'll need a bike at least. Oh, nearly forgot. He produced a flyer from his pocket. You hear about this? A traveling amusement park is in town. You like this kind of thing, don't you? An amusement park in Blankborg? I practically leaped for the flyer and read its contents. La Foire du Rêve is here. Children and adults alike are invited to come have the time of their dreams. Visit us from April 1st to June 30th. A map marked their location. They were in a forest near the outskirts of town. I don't know. I do like amusement parks, but I'll sit this one out. I don't earn my keep like you do. Oh please, how many women do you know who have jobs? Housework counts as earning your keep just fine. I won't force you or anything, but really, you should go if you want to. He ruffled my hair. No tachi! Hey! Let me know how it is if you check it out. Could make for a good article. Anyway, I'm off. Stay safe. Arnaud hopped on his bike and sped off to the office. Bye-bye. An amusement park here, of all places. It's a raid! Punk Brocker, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good time in Fortnite. Thank you, thank you. Placed the flyer on my desk and picked up my music box. Thread wound up the key, I replaced it on the dresser and watched the horse spin as music began to play. But yeah, welcome in everyone. I am Maeka. I am a variety streamer. I do all sorts of things. Oh yeah, that's right. They did add Miku to it. I remember seeing something about that. But yeah, I stream all sorts of things. Right now, I'm checking out this new visual novel that I got a key for. We just started a little bit ago, but normally I stream like all sorts of RPGs, JRPGs, ARPGs and stuff. Chill games, you know, gacha games, just whatever I feel like doing. We'll see how this visual novel turns out, though. The pastel top turned, glass gems twinkled in the sunlight. A kaleidoscope of colors reflected off of them, whisking me away into a world of fantasy. Little merry-go-round, this manège, was all I had left of my father. I was rather fond of it. It reminded me of the manège in my favorite picture book, Revers du Manège. Sorry, I cannot pronounce these words that well. My father had been an engineer for amusement parks, so we'd often visited them to admire his work. My fascination had begun there. Unfortunately, I was told I'd received this particular trinket 7 years ago. I had no memory of it personally. Still, memory or not, I'd always treasured it, and I always would. Maybe I will visit that amusement park. Arnaud had offered after all, and I genuinely wanted to go. Alright, chores first. With a renewed sense of motivation, I set out my daily task. I finished my work around midday when the sun was high and left home. Following the map marked on the flyer, I sauntered through the town. When are we going to the amusement park? I want to go too! I couldn't help but grin at the rowdy children. It wasn't every day such events occurred around here, so I emphasized with their excitement. Absolutely not. They say these people have something to do with the Hamelin phenomenon. The what? What's Hamelin? She's just making it up because she doesn't want to spend money. What? Why? Interesting. So there's a phenomenon that they're talking about that we don't know about, and it doesn't seem that many people do. The family turned the corner and promptly left earshot. What's the Hamelin phenomenon? Was she really making that up? Question hung in my mind, but I continued on my way to the forest. As the buildings and bustle faded, the trees grew thicker. Birds chirped atop their branches, and squirrels scurried from limb to limb. The tranquility was contagious. What sort of amusement park is it, I wonder? My heart pounded in anticipation. I took a moment to breathe and calm my nerves before continuing. I like the artwork in this game, though. The characters are pretty cute so far. Wow! There it is, there it proudly stood right at the mouth of the forest. A pastel gate gave way to a large fountain around which numerous lovely attractions were centered. Even from afar, the craftsmanship was something to behold. I couldn't take my eyes away. The entire affair looked like something straight out of a toy box. I could have sworn I just walked into a picture book. It's all so charming. I've never seen a park like this. It looks even better up close, you know. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. I turned to the voice. A girl stood there. Her star-dappled uniform seemed plucked from the same whimsical story as the park itself. A world of dreams is only a ticket away. One adult, I assume? Yes, please. I timidly paid the woman for my ticket. Even the tearaway part's a little star. That's so cute. I found another smile sneaking onto my face. The staff lady smiled back, tearing off the stub and handing me the rest. He punctuated the transaction with a wink. Welcome to the Revi, the traveling amusement park. We hope you have the time of your dreams. The girl gestured for me to enter. I passed through the gate with bated breath. Alright, let's see what's in here. My eyes were drawn at once to the fountain, thoughts buzzing as to how they traveled with such a thing. I know, right? How did this end up here? Like, there's actual walkways and stuff and fountains. Elephants, which blew bubbles and sprayed water, adorned the circumference. Children frolicked about, reaching out for the bubbles. Something smells good. Like, I don't think this is a traveling amusement park, I'm just saying. There's just no way. The scent caused me to turn my gaze towards the many stalls set up on the right. Upon closer inspection, they were selling all manner of deviously tempting sweets, from gaufres and pretzels to sugared fruits and cookies. Warm sandwiches, snacks, ball games, and other diversions also lined the counters. Something about these stalls feels off, though. I approached them to investigate. Oh! To my surprise, the booths were being manned by puppets. Perhaps that wasn't the right word. They were automated puppets, machines known as automatons. Welcome, your order, please. One goffery coming right up. Interesting. The automatons addressed and attended to the customers with pre-recorded phrases. Incredible. Machines with jobs? Is there a problem with the automatons? A tall man in uniform suddenly approached me. I knew at once he must have been with the park. This knowledge didn't make his gaze feel any less intimidating, or me any less like a frog in the sights of a hungry snake. Oh no, I just never seen one before. I see. Vast as the world may be, we are the only park to include automatons among our workforce. Your surprise is warranted. So he knew this and is still like, what's up? Rest assured, however, they are functioning as specified. Well, the man said nothing more. He simply turned on his heels and left. That was kind of cold. He didn't seem very amused for an amusement park employee. I shook off the awkwardness and returned to browsing the stalls. Tears suddenly erupted from the fountain. Maybe there's a show going on. I should go look. I headed towards the hubbub, only to find a young man putting on a performance. Aww. That's a cute little setup, his outfit. Merci, you're too kind. I like his messy hair. But the show's just getting started. You folks ready for some real juggling? You there, in the front. What's your favorite fruit? I like apples. Apples, eh? Like this one here? The boy produced an apple in his hand, seemingly out of thin air. Whoa. Now you in the back, what's your least favorite vegetable? He proceeded to materialize an apple, a radish, a mushroom, and a strawberry, which he then began to juggle. The colorfully mismatched ensemble flew through the air and back into his hands with ease. He improvised all of that? The crowd only continued to grow. Look, I can't see. I should probably move. There's plenty more to explore. I offer my spot to the boy behind me and weave my way back out of the crowd. Thanks, lady. Quietly wishing the child had a good show, I soon escaped the fountain area. Next on my list was the area to the left with the teacups. What is that? A costumed mascot of sorts strolled by the line of guests waiting for the ride. The lemon-colored, droopy-eared rabbit wore the same uniform as the others and carried a flag with the park's insignia. Oh my god! I want one. It's so cute. On my beat, everyone. The rabbit began clapping, and soon the guests followed suit. On rhythm, he started to move, jump, and spin around the line of people. I could just barely make out a star pattern on the suit beneath his uniform. So cute! Thanks everyone, the line should get moving soon, so make sure to watch the people in front of you. With a wave of his flag, the rabbit left the guests. That was such a cute rabbit. He looked this way and that. Eventually, our gazes met. The glittering, peridot-colored eyes fixed on mine. Hey there, have you been to see the Manège? You have a Manège? It's the Rive's most famous attraction. It's just back there, so go take a look. Thank you, I will. The rabbit bowed, waving his little hand, then sauntered over to more guests. I wonder what it's like. Merry-go-rounds, that is, Manèges, varied a lot from park to park. I was curious to see this one and how it compared to my father's music box. If it's as popular as the rabbit says, I've got to see it. I set out on the path he directed me toward. The sun was beginning to set, dyeing the scenery in a golden tint. A pastel top and an array of colorful horses spun before me. It looks just like the music box. Decorative glass gems twinkled in the sunlight. It can't be. I was awestruck. This Manège was a spitting image of the one my father had made. Is this what he modeled the music box after? I never knew it was based on something. The Manège came to a stop and the riders alighted. The feet carried me forward all on their own. Every detail is spot on. It's my music box. It's like I'm seeing double. I reached my hand out to touch it. The cold metal chilled my fingers. Wait, why is it getting warmer? It happened before I could react. Let me guess, her magic is back now? A blinding light flashed from the Manège. What? Before I knew it, everything went white. The light had swallowed everything. I couldn't keep my eyes open. My heart pounded in my ears. Heat seethed inside me. What's happening? And then the heat vanished. Carefully, slowly, I opened my eyes. The light was gone too. I think she discovered her magic, guys. I scanned the area out of pure confusion, but answers eluded me. Can I imagine all that? Other guests exchanged looks and tilted their heads. What just happened? Part of some performance, maybe? Evidently, I hadn't. The guests stared at the menage for a while before they lost interest and left. I should back away before it starts moving again. I managed to pry myself away from the ride and put some distance between us. That's when I heard the footsteps. My heart nearly leaped out of my chest. I slowly turned around. There was a man in a pale purple-hued suit and shoulder piece. I thought I'd never see you again. Uh-oh! Behind his dark white hair, he wore a complicated expression. You thought he'd never see me again? I never met this man in my life. And you are...
Hugo だよ。覚えていないかい？君に会うのは7年ぶりだから、無理もないのかな。
It's me, Hugo. Don't you remember? I suppose it has been 7 long years. Oh. My chest tightened. I'm sorry, but I don't remember much from back then. I explained the incident in the river and about my amnesia. I'm sorry. He frowned for a moment, but it was soon replaced with a kind smile.
いや、謝る必要はないよ、マドモアゼル。改めて自己紹介させてもらえるかな。
You have nothing to be sorry for, mademoiselle. Would you allow me to redo my introduction? Please.
俺の名前はヒューゴ。このレイブ移動遊園地の園長だ。
My name is Hugo. I'm the director here at La Four du Rive. So you run things here.
7年前はスタッフの一人だったんだけれど、おかげさまで出世してね。
I've certainly worked my way up since my days as a grunt 7 years ago. He winked playfully. That's weird that he's blinking with one eye right now. I figured after he did the wink, he would stop the wink, but this is kind of odd. He's just blinking with one eye. Did you know my father by chance? Florent was his name. He was an engineer.
残念ながらお父さんには会ったことがないな。俺が知っているのは君だけだよ。
I'm sorry to say I never had the pleasure. I was only ever acquainted with you. I see. Considering the uncanny similarities between this menage and my music box, my hopes had been somewhat high.
ところで、今しがたマネージュに起きた異変。あの光は君が起こしたものだよね。
Say, that little display with the menage, it was you who created that light, yes? Well, I didn't have the first clue. To claim responsibility for it felt inaccurate, to say the least. I apologize for touching the machinery, but I'm not sure what happened exactly. He offered a gentle smile.
安心して。責めているわけじゃないんだ。ただ、君の力を貸してほしいと思って。
This isn't an interrogation, I assure you. I simply had a favor to ask. What do you mean? After glancing side to side, he leaned in and brought his voice down to a whisper.
君は魔女だろ?
You are a witch, are you not? I quickly drew back.
人は自分と違うものを怖がる生き物なんだ。お前がいい魔女だったとしても誰にも言うなよ。
Oh. People fear things they don't understand. Whether you're a nice witch or a scary one, you can't let others know. Arnaud's words from earlier echoed in my head. No one can know, no one can find out. If this is an accusation, then you're sorely mistaken. I refuted him as firmly as I could. Monsieur Hugo appeared dejected. It's not the reaction I expected.
否定したい気持ちはわかるよ。でも、頼れる相手は君しかいないんだ。
I understand your weariness, but you're the only hope we have left.
俺たちは、
You see,
ここで働く人間は、
everyone who works here is trapped, bound to the park by magic.
それは、とても強力な
It's
魔法
powerful magic that we have no means of
俺たちにはど
resisting.
うするだから、
You can
助
save
けて
us.
ほしいんだ。
You have that power. I don't know what to say.
わかっているよ。信じられないよね。
Right, I realize I must sound like a madman right now. He grinned, although only barely this time. He seemed earnest to me, so I didn't think he was playing some sort of trick. But trapped in an amusement park? He can't possibly think I could just believe that. I know, right? He can't know what I am. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. A bell chimed, sounding the closing of the park and drowning out my words. People began funneling towards the entrance. I should be going.
待って。君に見せたいものがあるんだ。
Wait, there's something you should see. Huh? He grabbed my hand before allowing me to answer. He didn't pull, though. He simply guided me as a gentleman would. This is getting interesting. So I guess everyone here that works here are trapped somehow and under a spell? We left the Manège and passed by a number of attractions. Before long, we'd arrived back at the fountain. It seemed what he wanted to show me wasn't inside the park itself. Once he made certain that all the guests had left, Hugo passed through the gate. I'm guessing he disappears. We were alone. Everyone has surely gone home by now. It was quiet. Not even birds filled the silence. Continued on the road back to town, never letting go of my hand. Excuse me, where are we going?
俺はどこにも行かないよ。
Nowhere.
いや。
Not me anyway.
行け。
Stopped. I looked up at him as he unbuttoned his collar. A pale white circle glowed on his neck. Is that a chain? The light took the form of a collar. Attached to it was an ephemeral chain leading back into the park. Oh, so I have to free them.
これが魔法だよ。俺たちを遊園地に縛り付けている魔法だ。
This is the magic binding us here, to this very amusement park. I don't believe it. Magically trapped within an amusement park? It shouldn't have been possible, but here I was faced with reality. I couldn't deny what lay before my eyes. How did this happen?
ある魔女に魔法をかけられて。
A witch cast the spell.
俺はもともと遊園地が好きだし。
I'm very fond of amusement parks, so I do quite enjoy my life here. However, years upon years of bondage do begin to wear on one. Everyone's trapped like this, not just you?
そうだよ。
That's correct. He nodded. But magic is a force for good. I thought there were no bad witches. I find it hard to believe a witch would do this. Witches aren't supposed to be evil.
ああ。悪い魔女はいないよ。これは事故み
Indeed,
たい
they
なものだ
aren't.
ったんだ。
What happened here was an accident of sorts. Accident. I was reminded once again of the Seine River. I'd lost a lot that day, even if I didn't remember what exactly they'd been. In addition to my father and the power I'd nurtured with my mother, I'd also lost an entire year's worth of memories. The people of Riv surely had lost things themselves. They would continue to lose things so long as they remained
大
captives.
丈夫かい？
Are you okay?
少し
I hope
怖
I
がら
haven't
せてしまっ
frightened
たか
you.
な。
I'm okay.
それならよかった。
Thank goodness.
俺の話はこれで
I've
終わ
said
り
what
だ
I
よ。
needed to say. This is all I wanted you to see. Hey, Risto, how's it going? He stepped back and the collar and chain vanished in an instant. After a short breath, the director faced me once again.
もう一度だけ聞かせてほしい。
Allow me to repeat my previous question.
君は魔女だ
You
ろ。
are a witch, are you not?
人は自分と違うものを怖がる生き物なんだ。お前がいい魔女だったとしても誰にも言うなよ。
People fear things they don't understand, whether you're a nice witch or a scary one. You can't let others know. Stop repeating this. We know. Arnaud's words came to me again. Hugo said witches aren't evil. If he believes that, then maybe. I took a deep breath, fingers trembled. I am a witch. So, you know what I've noticed so far in here? I've noticed that this visual novel doesn't have any choices. It's literally just a visual novel. We've been playing it for like 40 minutes and there has yet to be a choice. Pretty good. I just woke up like 2 hours ago. Oh my god. About to check out the Dune MMO. Oh, you got into the beta? Nice. Well, I hope you like it. That's awesome. I don't know they were doing a beta right now.
勇気を出してくれてありがとう。
Yeah, I hope it's
君が魔
good.
女で本当に良かった。
That took courage. Thank you. This means a lot to me. I haven't been able to use magic for 7 years now. Not much of anything without that. He remained unfazed.
大丈夫だよ。君の魔法は
That's
眠ってい
perfectly
るだけだ。
fine. It slumbers within you.
So
We
then I
wouldn't
can
have seen that light if it wasn't there. That was magic?
ああ、おそらくね。
Most likely. I wager your
君
own
の中
power
の魔法
reacted
と
to the magic within the
ここ
park.
に宿っている魔法が反応したからだと思う。さて、ここからが本題だけれ
Now,
ど、
the favor I would ask of you.
うちで働かないか
Would you
い？
join our staff? I want to
君
use
には
this
スタッフと
opportunity
して
to awaken your
魔
magic.
法の覚醒を目指してほしい。
Apparently it's a persistent beta, so it's been going for quite a while, and they thought, oh, okay, so they're doing it in waves, basically to test their servers and stuff, I'm guessing, and also just have more testers over time, make sure it's going well. I think that's a good way to do it. Me work at Riv?
もちろん報酬は出すよ。
With compensation, of course. I was speechless. I do love amusement parks. They remind me of Dad. It's not that I'm opposed
考
exactly,
え
I
る
just
時間が必要だね。
need time to think, I take it. The pressure was at once alleviated. Yes, I would need to speak with people back home before making a decision. Couldn't go agreeing to such arrangements without at least consulting with the Vincents first.
わかった。
I understand. I will wait for your answer when you have it
心
finally
君
here.
のために
I'll leave the gate
門は開け
open
て
for
おくから
you. Thank you.
オーボワール、マドモアゼル。
Au revoir. Hugo waved me goodbye as I left. Bidding farewell, I started on my way home. Yeah, I wonder if this is just a visual novel or will I have choices to make? Kind of strange. I don't... Pretty much most of the visual novels I have ever played, there was at least some decisions. Even if the choices, like, didn't change the outcome of anything, you still had, you know, some control. The park soon vanished behind a veil of trees. Yet I remained in high spirits, like I was still there somehow in that world of dreams. What a day it's been. I just told the first person outside the Vincent family about who I was. For the first time, someone had come to me for help. They needed my magic. Magic really is just asleep. I have to wake it up. There are people I could be helping. I want to be a kind witch, just like Mom was. How much you want to bet it was her mom who casted the chains? Because it happened 7 years ago, so I wonder if, like, during that accident, she, you know, like her mom did it or something. I don't know. Gas lanterns lit up the dark street. The warm glow almost seemed to call out to me to get me forward. My head remained in the clouds the entire way home. Arnaud had come home. I spoke with him about working at the park. I left out the part about my magic, though. I don't want to worry him.
は？遊園地でスカウトされた？一日の大半は家に引きこもって本ばかり読んでるお前が？
What? They asked to hire you to do what? Sit around inside and read books all day? You don't have to put it like that.
驚いたな。
I'm just surprised is
遊
all.
園地に行ってみたら
I
って
didn't think
勧
my
めたけど
suggestion to go have fun for a day would
まさかそんなことになるなんて。
lead to something like this. Arnaud blinked several times.
それで何に悩んでる
So
の？
what's got you stuck? You must be at least a little interested if you're talking to me about it. What's this game about? So far, basically, the girl, the main character, she had an accident 7 years ago that her father saved her from, but died in the process. And then her mom died as well, and her mom was a witch. So she's a witch, but since 7 years ago when the accident happened, she lost her use of power, and then this family took her in, and then it's been 7 years, and now this amusement park came, and now we find out that the amusement park is enchanted to the point where it has a spell casted on it, and the people in the amusement park can't leave. And now they're asking her to break the spell, even though she doesn't know magic or doesn't remember magic or something. So that's where we're at right now. I am. I'd very much like to work at an amusement park like my dad did. But that'd take time. Oh, right click makes it disappear. Okay. But that would take time away from things I'd normally be doing to help, cleaning, chores, and anything else that needs doing at home. It didn't feel right to run off when they'd done so much for me. Who cares about that? You don't? He acquiesced surprisingly quickly. Mom can do pretty much anything outside of the kitchen. Well, kind of. But if that falls through, we could always hire a maid like we did in Paris. Dad sends money, so it's not like we're hurting there. Plus, I work on top of it. Arnaud's smile quickly turned to a frown. I have one condition, though. Only while the place is in town. It's their first job, so don't get too attached. Right, that seems fair. There was no guarantee my magic would ever awaken anyway. And who knows where they'll disappear to next. He glanced outside the window inside. I'll talk to Mom. Make sure you're up bright and early tomorrow to let your new boss know. I will. Thank you, Arnaud. The long day was finally coming to an end. Before bed, I picked up the music box from the dresser. Oh yeah, and she has a music box from her dad, which is the same carousel as from this enchanted carnival thing. Amusement park. I turned the key and listened to the melody as I processed the day's many events. It really had been like someplace out of a storybook. The attractions, the performances, the smiles, everywhere you looked. And then there was the Manège and its resemblance to this very music box. The light. My magic. The collar of light around the director's neck. The chain that held him captive. I could only wonder and hope my magic was there somewhere waiting for me to wake it up. Give me strength, Dad. The strength to see this through. I held the music box to my chest. Oh my god, it's a raid! Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope Warframe was good. Time for bed. I had to get up early to visit the Riv. I needed to give them my answer. Yeah, seriously, thank you so much.